To learn the good, the bad, and the reality of the nomadic lifestyle, click the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Click the bell notification. So the other day I made a video where I was talking about how I wasn't mentally feeling well. And there are a lot of things out here that I feel, and there are a lot of folks who are telling me that I'm feeling the wrong things. I was trying to explain that the nomadic lifestyle has been pretty hard on me and Carolyn. And I've felt myself becoming mentally weak as a result of it. There's a lot of things that go into this mental weakness, and I've been identifying a lot of them. Well, I learned a new one today, and it's probably the most significant one. And I'll get to that in a minute. There was a lot of good support out there for me, and I appreciate it for those that had nice things to say about, yes, you need good mental health, and you need to do what makes you happy, and if the nomadic lifestyle isn't making you happy, then by all means you should get out of the nomadic lifestyle. And we're going to start doing some off-grid living, tiny home living. We're going to try to find a piece of property. So we're here in Missouri right now. As a matter of fact, we're at my mom's right now. We've done some driving around looking for different pieces of property, but there's a big snowstorm coming. So what we're going to do here in Missouri during the winter months is on the warmer, stretches of the season, when it gets up to the 40s and 50s, we're going to go out and look for property. And then when it gets down to the bad weather again, we're just going to come to mom's and hang out until the bad weather is over. Keep us from getting out in the national forest and getting stuck, or out in the conservation area, with tons of snow and ice and being stuck out there for a couple of weeks. We did this last year. I came to mom's house last year. I was out in the conservation area and 23 inches of snow was heading our way. So I came to mom's and I parked in front of mom's house. While I was explaining my mental health, there are a lot of people out there who just cannot wrap their heads around that the nomadic lifestyle isn't going to cure what ails you. I think a lot of people use things that help them make themselves feel better. Drink alcohol. Well, I don't use any of those substances. I haven't drank in years. To even consider drinking, I was back in my 20s when I was even, you could consider it drinking. Since then, I may have had one beer a year, and in the last 5 years, I haven't had any. So I don't see the need to self-medicate to make myself feel better. So when I'm feeling bad, I have to identify what's making me feel bad and try to fix it. And I've identified a lot of things. So there was a lot of commenters who were furious with me. As a matter of fact, it was one of my highest thumbs down videos because I was suggesting that this lifestyle isn't made out for me. I just really can't wrap my head around this, that when I say that the nomadic lifestyle is a monumental waste of time for me, that's what I feel. And in order to feel better about that, I need to go do something where I don't feel like it's a waste of time. When you come out here, yeah, you might be seeing beautiful things, but I'm very mechanical. I like working on things. I'm beginning to think maybe I'm missing things that I really enjoy doing. Gene on the road, who's absolutely a genius, actually suggested, and I agree with this, that whatever ails you mentally will probably get amplified if you're out here not talking to them, being socializing a little bit. I mean, I'm an introvert, but I understand what she's saying. You have to get to know people in your area. If you don't know anybody, you're not going to talk to anybody. And so there was a lot of negative feedback on this video. So I thought, well, you know what I'm going to do? Make another video about it. Because you're going to have to understand that not everybody's going to like it out here. And it's sad to me that there's so many people telling people, come on out here, it's the greatest thing you're ever going to do. It's the perfect lifestyle. I mean, if I'm saying it's not the perfect lifestyle, and I've heard other people say it's not the perfect lifestyle, I've seen YouTubers just quit doing the lifestyle. There's another YouTuber, and she's fairly a large YouTuber. And she's actually looking to do the same thing that Carolyn and I are doing, off-grid living. She made a video where she's talking about trying to find a piece of property. And so, okay, there's another one. There's another couple who hasn't made a video in several months. Well, then they just made a video. They said they'd come back home to visit their family, and they're going to try to find a piece of property to live. Guess what? Off-grid. So, I don't know, maybe I'm starting a trend where everybody's starting to say, wait a minute, there might be something to this off-grid living, because the nomadic lifestyle is just so hard on you. And I'm always hyper vigilant. Well, I've noticed that I haven't been sleeping well. I set my alarm for 5 o'clock, and it used to be that I would sleep really sound. I mean, I wake up pretty easy. I mean, a noise will wake me up pretty easy. I have to put earplugs in so I don't wake up all the time. If the truck moves, I'll wake up. But for the most part, I'm a pretty sound sleeper. My head hits the pillow, I'm out until it's time to get up. Well, the last several months, I would say to 3-4 months, I've been getting up an hour before the alarm goes off. I just can't sleep. And several times a week, 2 or 3 times a week, I will be sleeping, and then, I don't know, 11, 12 o'clock rolls around, and I wake up, and I can't fall back to sleep. This is so unusual for me. And I know that I haven't been feeling well, so I've been attributing not sleeping with not feeling well. It's starting to rain. So I'm gonna have to go inside here. When a drunk knocks on your door and you think it's the police officer. Now the thing is the police officer knocking at your door in the middle of the night is stressful enough. The thought of, my goodness, the police officer is here and we're gonna have to get up and leave. And then you open the door and it's a drunk sitting out there and he's very irate. I'm gonna go into this dugout here. So we were at a campground where this couple was fighting, causing all kinds of problems. And of course, Carolyn woke me up, and so now we're awake. And the police show up and tell us that they're evacuating everybody out of the campground because they got this problem here. So there's just a lot that happens that interrupts your sleep. And then the stress of the lifestyle, always on hypervigilance, trying to figure out, if somebody's going to come in and knock on your door in the middle of the night. I just wasn't sleeping, I guess. When we originally thought about doing this off-grid living, we said, you know what, we're going to do this within 3 or 4 years. And well, now all of a sudden we're in Missouri, the same year that, we did it last fall, where we said, okay, we're going to do this in 3 or 4 years. Well, all of a sudden now it's January and we're in Missouri looking for property. That's how excited we are about trying to get out of the nomadic lifestyle and doing something that fits us better. So the other day we got a message from somebody saying, hey, come to Missouri, we got a piece of property for you that we want to sell you. We got to sell it now, and they scheduled a date where we could go to the bank and sign the paperwork. So we left that day, and we drove 15 hours, and we got to the property about 9:30. Well, there was no place to park. See, the original idea was we were going to stay there the night, get up the next morning, and look at the property. Well, there was no place to park. Long story, that's why we didn't take it, because the drive that we could get into the property was blocked by a guardrail that they just installed. So we had to drive some more to find a place to park. Well, by midnight, we finally found a place to park. By 12:30, I was asleep. Now, normally I go to bed about 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I, like I said, get up at 5. Of course, I've been getting up at 4. Well, this particular night, I thought, you know what? I'm going to shut off the alarm because I'm going to sleep in because I'm going to bed so late. Nope, woke up right at 4 o'clock like I'd been doing every morning for a month. Just didn't make any sense. I mean, I'm tired. So the next night, went to bed again, very tired, up at 4, just like always. I'm thinking, man, this is ridiculous. I'm exhausted. Well, finally, the third night in Missouri, I was able to go to sleep. Carolyn woke me up one time because the carbon monoxide detector went off, which is just aggravating. I mean, it's so dangerous. I'm glad we got 2 carbon monoxide detectors, but that's a whole different story. But I didn't hear it. That's the thing. She heard it. I didn't hear it. Normally, I'm the first to wake up. Okay, we got a problem. Oh, emergency. Ah! Nope, slept right through it. So I'm glad she woke up. I fixed the problem. I got the windows open. Went back to sleep. So when the alarm went off at 5 o'clock, Carolyn woke me up again. She said, hey, your alarm's going off. I haven't had to be woke up about the alarm in years. And I slept through the alarm. It was incredible. So my thinking is now that we're back in Missouri, I feel this sense of security. I really do, because I can feel the stress kind of breaking away. I know Missouri. I know people here. I know people that can come and help us. If something happens to me, I know that Carolyn can call people. This has been a real eye-opener. So keep that in mind when you come out here, that if the lifestyle's stressful and you're not sleeping, then you may want to analyze is the lifestyle good for you? Because I'm thinking, you know, the not sleeping is causing me a lot of health issues. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.